we've been talking about when a good time is to sell and buy. We've talked about your mortgage, but now you've decided to sell and you need to make your house look pretty. So that's where Bree comes in.
Hey, I'm excited to talk about this because I think it's something that a lot of people sometimes will overlook, and I think it's a huge part when you're buying a house, especially for women, to feel like you're emotionally attached again to your home. And so I think one of the first things that you can do is up your curb appeal a little, especially with how many houses are on the market right now. Like, you have to do something to make your house stand out, or it's just going to blend with everything else that's out there. And we're looking in the process of looking for a new home, and every time I go on MLS, I'm like, the front of their house is ugly. Like, that's a big thing to me. I'm like, I want it to look nice. I want it to have
it is. Basically.
It's almost like that's the first thing I see, and that's the feel I'm going to get. And I think it's overlooked a lot compared to what's on the inside of the house. But I'm like, I think curb appeal is a big way that you can up your game a little. Definitely. Trying to sell your home.
So what are some simple things people can do? Because you might not have the money to do your whole house.
And we don't have like a huge budget, but there's a lot of things that you can do to just up it a little bit. One of them I'd say is to get like a fancy house number. So I've seen you've seen like just the regular ones that are on houses, or the ones that come with the build, like when you build. But I've been driving around lately in a lot of these like newer kind of trendy communities, and I've seen a big trend in like these modern big like aluminum house numbers, and when I see them on a house, I'm like, whoa, like that's got to be like, if the outside looks that cool, I want to see what the inside of their house looks like.
And it makes it so much easier to find.
Yeah, and so I kind of looked around. And there's a website called numbermyhouse.com, and they actually started in Calgary, which I was pumped about. I'm like, go guys. I think they're in BC now, but they have a whole bunch of different fonts that you can use, and they come in a couple different colors and the sizes, and I love that you can see the house number from the road, so that's a great way to like up it. But I'd check their stuff out. That's a great way. And then maybe planters. It is spring, it's summer, like, so I would put in fresh flowers on your porch, and make sure that like the size of your planters aren't like super small. Like, make them on scale to what your house is, and it might cost you a little bit, or you can find cheaper ones and spray paint the front to match like the exterior of your home, like save you a couple bucks. Or I've even seen where they take like a large, then a medium, then a small to give it a little bit of height for planters. But put planters out. Maybe even paint your front door again so it has a nice fresh coat of paint. You could put something out on your porch, like make sure there's a rug, like just things that when they walk up to the house, it's like a certain feeling that you're going to get before you even get into the house at all.
So you're setting the tone.
Yeah, right? Another thing that I think can help people remember your home is having a consistent color palette throughout your house. You can be like, oh, that's the blue house, or that's the, so maybe.
Well, yeah, but let me ask you this though, because sometimes we're not sure if we should paint the house, because when the new person comes in, they're saying, oh, I don't like that blue.
Yeah, well, I'm all about having neutral walls. Like, everything I think should be neutral, because they need to be able to imagine themselves in the home. But if you're going to do accessories like a vase or pillows or anything, and then throughout your house kind of keep it consistent, because then it meshes well together. If you ever like walk through show homes, you're going to see that they have consistent color palettes throughout the home. So that's a great way to make your house memorable, first off, and then.
So if you let your daughter paint her room fuchsia, maybe it's a good time
to make it white or gray.
Change that.
Also decluttering.
Yes, get rid of the junk. Get rid of the junk.
I've actually heard where people actually put all their stuff into storage just to take out all of this stuff, just to show it off a bit.
So is it better to take everything out and maybe stage it with somebody else's furniture, rent stuff, or is
You can do that. There are a bunch of staging companies in Calgary that offer that service, and I know a bunch of realtors that actually have like their closet full of tricks of stuff that they'll rent out to people and stage. But that's a good point. I'd say, yeah, if you don't think your furniture is trendy, or maybe not like to the market that you're catering to for people to buy for. So like if you're in a younger area, you probably want to have like trendier furniture in your home to sell it, right?
What about baked cookies? I'm hearing that if somebody's coming on an open house, you should bake cookies.
I just showed one the other day, and the cookies were out, and I will admit they were homemade, and I did have one, and it made a difference. It was a property in Varsity, and the property was well kept. It wasn't staged, but they had their stuff. It was very tidy. But one of the things that they had out, and my clients liked it too.
Maybe you should have some baked cookies when people come to see you about mortgages.
Just bring my own baked cookies to Starbucks.
Yes.
Don't they just
my cookies are better than.
Don't they have candles and air fresheners now?
Well, as in one of my marketing classes classes in university, they talked about how smell is one of like the biggest
Yeah.
things that cause memory. And so like that's why Disneyland has like scent sprayers so that there's things that you think about when you go back in, right? So triggers. So if you have some type of smell as they first come in the door, that's a big thing too.
Yeah, I guess on that note, the one thing you have to watch out for is turning off the people that might be a bit hypoallergenic, and there are quite a few out there that have allergies and stuff. So, or that you're not putting so much in that they think you're trying to cover up something. Because I have shown properties too where, let's say maybe there's a smoke smell, but even if there's not, someone will come in and there's a strong vanilla scent. What are they trying to cover up? And
lighten up on the Febreze.
What about taking pictures of your house and videos maybe? What is there? Should you be doing that?
This is a big thing I've noticed too. Like when I've been looking for houses, is sometimes people will just take it at night. Like don't take your pictures at night, guys. Like that looks horrible on your house. You need good lighting in your house, and then like you said before, clear away the clutter. Like have somebody come in and like help you stage it so it looks nice. And then if you are taking your pictures of yourself, make sure you have it on a tripod so that everything is really crisp and bright. Usually realtors work with photographers to come in and take pictures, but
for a reason.
Yeah, make sure that
I'm not a professional photographer, and I won't profess to be one. So we work outside with photographers for that reason.
But I think staging it beforehand, so the photographer does have a lot of negative space, and so it looks really clean to work with in the first place. It'll make your photos look brighter and the area look bigger if you have it clean and crisp.
So final thoughts on the market right now and what you should be doing. Should you be looking to sell, looking to buy? How do you know? Final thoughts.
Final thoughts are, absolutely great time to sell, a better time to buy. It's probably the best time it's been to buy for mortgage rates and for prices, but it's got to be priced right. If it's not, it will sit.
And that's where you can help us figure out that price as well too. Find the right guy for a mortgage as well. You're the guy, or you're one of the many.
I'm one of the many. One of the many.
And maybe a team of people would help as well too.
That's right. Yeah, make sure you have a good team working behind you in regards to your purchase.
Yeah, somebody like Bree would really help your matters as well too.
Exactly. Yeah. Make sure your place looks good.
But be careful how much money you spend on even staging as well too.
Yeah.
You don't want to overspend.
Yeah.
Was there a good?
Try using what you have already, but try and make that, like I said before, that consistent color palette. Use neutrals and then just like pops of something.
Great point.
Yeah.